Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the second episode of the Shogun Shogun Sandwich Show. Shotgun Shogun Sandwich Show. That's what we're going to go with, Ryan.
All right.
So today we are going to be making a giant Philly cheesesteak, Shotgun Shogun style. The other thing too is we picked up this big old sour bowl. Spelled incorrectly because I am American. And so we are not only going to be making a giant Philly cheese steak sandwich, but we are going to be making a Philly cheesesteak bowl as well. So, and because I like to make things harder on myself, I did not get the pre-cut steak, so we are going to be trying to cut this steak into nice thin slices so that we can cook this up. We have three types of cheese here. We have a mozzarella, we have a provolone, we have a pepper jack, and we also have a Parmesan Romano cheese that we are going to be putting in with this. We've got the three colors of peppers here. We've also got some pepper rings, a little bit of onion, and because I'm super white, we picked up sriracha mayo. So we're going to put some sriracha mayo in there as well. So I am going to start cutting this, and then I will be back to explain a bit more of the process. All right, cool. You got the steak in here. So what we're doing with the steak is we are just trying to cut these nice little strips. And what I should have actually done was left this cold, or at least semi-frozen, because it would have made cutting this way less of a pain in the ass. But here on the Shotgun Shogun Sandwich Show, we don't do anything real easy. So if you, the other thing too that would work really well is if I had like a meat slicer. I've always really wanted a meat slicer, just so I can get like full on like logs of pepperoni or something like that, and then just cut it. But if you're doing it this way, it seems pretty easy to just cut it into like squared off chunks, and then just kind of come through and cut yourself nice little strips. What I might do, we'll see, I'm not too sure yet, I want to see how some of these cook up, is we might cut these in half if they are a little bit too much of a pain. I might cut the ones for the bread bowl down, but the way I'm doing this is just put your fingers here in the front and then just run the knife down the side real thin, just like that. Gets it nice and semi-thin. It's nice too because you've got this like fat chunk here on the side, so it gives me something to like work my fingers off of, I guess. So cut that off. So I'm going to finish up the rest of these, and then we will get to the vegetables while these cook. Cool. All right, so we have sliced up this nice pile of meat over here. I'm actually pretty pleased at how this turned out. I think that this is going to cook up really nice here. So we've got, this. I actually bought like a second one because it was buy one get one. So obviously I'm going to buy two things of steak. But I don't actually think that we're going to need that for this sandwich. So we will probably grill that next. I've got my three different colors of peppers here. We're cutting these up kind of small because I kind of like them. I like little diced pieces of pepper in my Philly cheesesteak. I don't always like the longer pieces. That's why I'm cutting these up a little small. We're going to probably come through and dice these up after I get all of these, done. Get them all nice and small so that we can put these in with the meat. They'll soften up. A little bit of boom color, stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not doing a cooking show, so I'm going to throw all of these in here. I'm going to put all of the vegetables in this bowl over here, so that way I can throw in, I'm going to throw some spices in on these ahead of time, so that way when they cook up, they have like the spices and some of the sriracha mayo on them ahead of time, because you know, if you're going to eat vegetables, you want to put sriracha mayo on them because that's just how vegetables work. So, we've got these. We've got onions. Ryan, do you like mushrooms?
Yeah, they're all right.
Okay, we might put some mushrooms in here, but we'll see. We have a lot of stuff and a lot of flavors going in this. I don't know that we necessarily need mushrooms. I like mushrooms just for the texture and the mouth feels. You know, it feels like you're biting into a sponge, a buttery sponge. Mostly because I saute my mushrooms in
if you dice them up,
copious amounts of butter, because that's how mushrooms are supposed to be sauteed. So, cube these boys up. Then I have to cut up this cheese because somebody forgot a cheese grater. Because it wasn't on the wiki. When I looked up when I Wikipedia'd how to make Philly cheesesteaks with my Wiki EX reading skills, they didn't say that I needed to get a cheese grater. So, we don't have any sort of grater. So I'll have to do similar to what I'm doing right now and just cut nice, small, meltable strips of cheese to go in that. And I will be back after we get all of these vegetables cut up. Or after all the pans get heated up. Because that is what we're doing right now. So I'm cutting up some of this cheese. I don't think I need to put this whole thing of pepper jack in here. So we'll stop right about there. So we've got pepper jack. I'm going to cut up some mozzarella as well. Just so we get that nice stringy mouth feel with the cheese. I've got the pans back there heating up, so that way we can get the steak in. It'll be nice and hot. Are you dropping a bone for me? Thanks, Andy. I know that's really important. Thank you. This is my co-chef. He just wants some cheese. That's really what he wants. So, Ryan with the action shots. This is going to be a cooking show. We're not Fate Grand Order anymore. We're just going to cook sandwiches on the internet. It'll be good times.
Fate Grand Order my sandwich.
Fate Grand Order my sandwich. Order number 4. Waifu sandwiches. We'll have waifu waitresses. There we go. We'll have waifu waitresses. All right, so that sound back there is butter sizzling. So we're gonna take all these vegetables. We're gonna dump them into this wok.
The more I think about it, Fate Grand Order Up would be an amazing restaurant.
It would be, and it would be a good anime too.
Mm-hmm.
So, get these all nice and coated. Get them all coated in that butter. Butter. And so, while we do this and let these kind of simmer here, we got this on medium. This pan should probably be pretty hot. So we're going to use some spicy sriracha oil because I really don't care about my butthole. I can say butthole on YouTube. That's fine. So we're going to put a little bit of that on there. You can tell that my stove is not level because it decides to do that. And let's dump this giant pile of meat directly in there. I can smell that sriracha oil. It smells really good. Get everything in here, a nice liberal coating of sriracha oil. By the way, if you haven't switched to using cast iron for your meats, you really should. Cast iron is like hands down one of the best cooking pans possible. We got some pink Himalayan salt. I actually like the pink Himalayan salt because the internet told me that I should like the pink Himalayan salt. I can't really tell too much of a difference, but you know, the internet wouldn't lie to me. Just put some black pepper in here.
The pink color means it's shiny salt. It's rare salt.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly. A little liberal on the black pepper. Garlic, because I fucking love garlic. So we're going a little ham on this. We'll mix everything in. It'll work. I got lightning there in the background. Mix all of this up.
The lightning as contrast to the sunny window.
Right. Well, it only rains inside of my house. We only get lightning inside the house.
You pay extra for that because you have all that money.
Actually. So, and actually, dude, this is going to be really, really good. I'm really looking forward to how this turns out. These nice little strips. One of the things that I've really been getting into when I make spicy meat is I like to put a little bit of ground cinnamon in it. Now that might sound really weird, but I like the extra like flavor that it adds. It kind of I don't know. It's really hard to explain until like the first time that you do it. But put cinnamon in like your chili or something like that. It's like a staple in my chili these days. I love putting cinnamon in. Not only that, but I love the smell of cinnamon when I'm cooking. So
you're gonna start an internet fight with that. It's almost as bad as pineapple on pizza.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm used to internet haters. So the vegetables are actually probably going to take a lot longer to simmer down now than the steak is. But that's fine because we'll need to turn this down here in a minute because I don't like my steak very well done. And what we're going to do is we need to put the cheese. My dog is literally down here, super excited from all of the stuff that comes from me tossing this around. So he's going to lick the floor for a while I do this. He's a great vacuum cleaner. So what we're going to do now with this is we're going to add the cheese. Cheese. It's a lot of cheese. But, just like my puns, I like my Philly steak cheesy. So that is mozzarella, pepper jack, and then this is some provolone. I love the smell of provolone. I like the smell of cheese, just in general. So, now that we've got that giant pile of cheese, we're going to... Where's my giant pig? There's my giant pig. So we're just going to cover that up. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit so that lets the cheese melt on everything. Keep on doing this. I enjoy cooking things in a wok. There's something satisfying about just, I don't know, pushing things around.
Give it a little wrist action.
Give it a little, yeah. You clean the sides and then you back and forth. You know. If I could, I've always wanted to work in one of those Mongolian barbecue places where they sit there on the table and they do the sword tricks and stuff with their giant swords. But I need this butter to cook down, so that way we can really get some simmer on these vegetables, which we're going to have so many extra vegetables. You know, neither me and you are about this. Like, we could literally just take this steak and this cheese and put it on some bread and just be 100% fine. Like, that's how that's going to go.
Yeah, the other stuff's for technicality.
Right. We got to add a little bit of color to it because that's, you know, that's how stuff is. We'll put a little bit of garlic in this too. Just because, like, can you ever really have, like, too much garlic? I don't think so. Garlic and butter, man. There's a reason why I am the size I am. So, I will let this hang out for a minute while I check over here, see how we're doing. Oh yeah, that cheese is nice and good. What I'm really looking forward to is like the salt, like the juices down. Look at all that juice down there. Oh man, that's going to be good. And what you can do is you can take your bread. You can make that into an au jus sauce. Is that how you say it, Ryan? I know that's what you
Au jus.
Au jus sauce.
Au jus.
And you can dip your bread in there. If if your bread's not nice and soggy as it is, which I mean it shouldn't be, because we're going to transfer we're going to get all the juices out of here, and then we're going to turn the heat back up so that we can crisp this up a little bit, and then we can have that juice on the side.
Who doesn't like a little extra gravy?
Exactly. You know. So
get this piece of cheese that's not melting.
Dude, I know, but we'll get the juices out of here, and then we'll kick it back in. And then it'll be good. I need
showing the internet how you keep your drawers.
terrible. That's how I keep my drawers. So, can I lift this up? Yeah.
All those wrist exercises.
Yeah, seriously. Clean my mess up here.
Clean as you go.
Yeah. Because if I don't, then I probably will not clean it. Alright. Back up. It really wouldn't have been better if I had like a mitten or anything like that, because the cast iron with all this steak in here is just hella heavy. But, oh man, just look at this. That's some cheesy cheesesteak right there.
All that mouthfeel, as you can say.
All this mouthfeel.
Exquisite mouthfeel.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I just want to eat this right now. Creighton, you know what I'm talking. I'm like picking this up, and he is just intently looking at me and this steak. He's like, dude, I absolutely love the brown pebbles that you give me all the time. Look at that cheese. I'm just gonna get some of that.
Get all in your beard. That's what people pay to see.
That's what they pay. That is what they pay to see. A little bit of cheese in that beard. These are sauteing down pretty nice. You can tell, because like the onions will kind of get that like faded white look to them. You don't want them to be too crunchy and crispy while you're going through your cheese steak. So just let it all cook out.
got another knife.
I got so many knives, dude. I'm like an edgy teen-year-old, 18-year-old, edgy teen-year-old. All right, so what we got here is a sesame seed crusted French bread loaf. So we're going to old school Subway this, because that is the only way that we are going to be able to contain this beast of a sandwich. Now, a lot of you who go to Subway now will have no idea what I'm doing, but those of you who are over the age of like 22, 23...
So no, actually 25 or something like that.
This is how we used to do it at Subway. You would cut a trench, and then you would flatten out your top. So this way you could just cram all kinds of stuff in this trench, and nothing would fall out. Now, Subway didn't like that because they like money, and they think that, you know, not using a whole bunch of lettuce and stuff like that is a lot better of an idea. But that's why they do their stupid way now. This is the superior way. And we'll also cut this big old sourdough bowl. This is actually going to be super cool. And what I want to do is, oh man, you know what we should do? We should take the sauce, the drippings. Dude, we could make this into a bread bowl. We could turn this into a Philly cheese bread bowl, dude.
Like a soup? I like that idea.
Yeah.
I like bread anything now.
And I'll take that out. Get your
excellent top cut, by the way.
Thanks. This way, when you mush it all down, you got more room. I can hear all my stuff back there doing its thing. I'll actually just pull this bread from the top out. I have a bunch on it. Here's a little bit for you.
Thanks.
Here, Craig. Alright. Oh man, look at that. Dude, that looks so good. That is just...
I would just eat it like that, call it soup.
Dude, right? And let it go too long, we got stuff like sticking to the middle. Oops. Oof. Alright, thanks folks. Tearing this off, turn the heat off on this. Oh, this is going to be stellar. Yeah, I should have turned my heat down. So I got a little bit of burning on the bottom of my pan, but that's fine. This right here is what's important.
I'm going to subscribe to your Patreon just so I get a copy of this video.
You know, the thing is like when I first started, I literally made the top tier. I made this thing, and it was 110% a joke. I literally did not think that anybody would subscribe and be like, yeah, I absolutely want to subscribe for this tier because I want to see this dude make sandwiches. But I literally got rid of like all 4 of them were sold out almost instantly. And I have people on like a waiting list that are like, hey, if another spot opens, can I have it? I'm like, yeah, I'll let you guys know. So we've got these bad boys nice and sauteed. What we're going to do now is we're just going to transfer this stuff right over to this phenomenal sandwich. I got the fancy wooden tray here, so that when people come over they think I'm some sort of like professional, or at least not a scrub that eats out of Tupperware all the time. Joke's on them. So let's actually move this sauce out of the way. We're gonna have more sauce after we're done here. I didn't really think this one through.
Use fancy words like reductions and stuff like that.
Reductions, yes. So we're going to have an au jus reduction from this sauce after we pull this out of here. Look at that. Oh my god, I'm dripping it everywhere. This dog is so excited right now. Oh man, the cheese is like all just sticking to the... I literally need this. No, I don't want that. Can you hand me... Oh, here, hold on. You just keep filming this. I'll be right back. What do I need? I need this. This is what I need. Alright, Ryan. I need this in my life. That is not taking this cheese off of here at all.
Well, you went rubber. Why don't you just straight up get like a spoon or a butter knife?
Yeah, I should have. But let's just keep
Shuffling away.
Powering through this. We gotta... It's because it's cooling down, and the cheese is coagulating onto this. So, the faster we get this on here, the faster we can eat this anyways. Alright, so we need some more right here. At the end. You don't want an end that doesn't have adequate steak and cheese coverage. Get that in here. We got this piece right here. And I'm just going to pop in my mouth.
Don't worry, it was off screen. No one knows you did that.
Oh, okay, cool. Now let's fill this bowl. Oh my god, that's so good.
Put all that butter sauce in that bowl.
Yeah. Ooh, that was butter sauce on my foot. Alright, Ryan, watch out, because I got to transfer this whole pan over to this thing.
Dang, outside the splash zone.
Outside the splash zone, buddy. Alright, dog, you need to get out of my way. I need this.
Going in tight. Did you know Steve Irwin's like camera guy never like used zooms and stuff like that?
Really? He just like got up
they they showed a video of him videotaping like snakes that were biting at the camera, and they were actually like biting the camera.
Yeah.
Dude was just as nuts as he was.
Nice. Alright, so now that we have all of that, let's add a little bit of color. Actually, I'm just going to use these tongs after I scrape everything out of them. Great, move. Move. Oh, this is going to be fun to clean.
Clean.
Yeah, right?
You have to throw a party just to give yourself an excuse to clean.
Exactly. Oh man, this is so good. This looks great, but I have literally no idea how we are going to eat this.
Probably with our mouths.
Probably with our mouths. And it will be super messy. Alright, so let's bring this over here. We'll cap it off. Throw some spicy mayo on it. There's no way that this top's going to fit on here, so let's...
I feel bad for your patrons. They have to deal with my shoddy camera work.
That's okay. It's better than the last time where I had that thing in a case so you couldn't hear anything, and it was like stationary on top of a box. So this is already infinitely better.
We'll see when you upload it.
Yeah. Alright, sriracha mayo is a go.
Odin trying to get some scraps now.
Alright, you know what? I'm not even going to put that Parmesan on there. I don't think you would even need it. I think that this is going to be fantastic. So anyways, guys, oh man, this is so good already. I'm like literally just eating this off of the board. I haven't even like cut into this yet. As A+, I can definitely taste the hints of cinnamon in that with the spiciness. So that's pretty good. But I am sweating because it's hot in here. But we are going to dig into this sandwich. Actually, you know what? Here, we'll do a cutting so that you guys at home can see just how good this actually is. Look, I even got these cool, fancy little plates for us.
You weeb.
You weeb.
So the fake community, cinnamon on meat, Subway sandwiches. Anyone else you want to pick a fight with in this video?
Anaplex. People who wear Crocs.
That's a big one. You might get shot for that one.
Man, this is going to be fantastic. Anyways, guys, thank you for your patronage. If you are watching this on the YouTubes, after I upload this, Patreons obviously get it first, but it will eventually make its way to the YouTubes. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can go ahead and hit the Patreon link down below if you want to see these before everybody else does. And if you want to just join my Discord and hang out and talk about how good these sandwiches are. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time. Take it easy. Peace.